Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of Gaming and Jammin', brought to you by Fuzzy Logic Music. So, on June 11th, 1776, Congress appointed the Committee of Five: John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Robert R. Livingston, and Robert Sherman to draft and present the Declaration. Adams, a leading proponent of independence, persuaded the committee to charge Jefferson with writing the document's original draft, which the Congress then edited. Jefferson largely wrote the Declaration between June 11th and the 28th of 1776. The Declaration offered the political, moral, and legal justification for independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain. 2 days prior to the Declaration's adoption, Congress passed the Lee Resolution, which resolved that the British no longer had governing authority over the 13 colonies. The Declaration justified the independence of the colonies, citing 27 colonial grievances against the king and asserting certain natural and legal rights, including a right of revolution. The Declaration was unanimously ratified on July 4th by the Second Continental Congress, whose delegates represented each of the 13 colonies. In ratifying and signing it, the delegates knew they were committing an act of high treason against the Crown, which was punishable by torture and death. So now we will have a reading of the entire Declaration of Independence.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shewn that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained, and when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly, for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures, and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections amongst us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince, whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant, is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
September sun on the Chesapeake Bay, two fleets of giants sail into the fray. De Grasse holds the line, his French sails unfurled. Graves bears down, challenging the new world. The Cape stands silent, watching the scene where the fate of a nation will lie in between. The wind holds its breath, the water runs deep as 28 ships secrets of history keep. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. The lines they approach, a slow, deadly dance. The Ville de Paris takes a desperate chance. The London and Barfleur Titans of oak exchange thunderous blows, wrapped in cannon smoke. Masts splinter like kindling, sails torn to shred. The wounded lie groaning, the dying and dead. The French hold their station, blocking the way through the choking black powder and the heat of the day. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. No clear victor claimed when the firing ceased, but the French held the bay, a strategic feast. Graves turned his fleet north, the path now was clear for Washington's trap to draw ever near. Yorktown's fate was sealed on that watery stage, turning the page of a turbulent age. A silent retreat on the ebbing sea meant liberty's bell soon would ring, wild and free. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. So remember the clash where the blue waters churn, the lesson so bitterly, dearly learned, that freedom's high cost was paid wave upon wave by sailors so valiant, so gallant, so brave. Not a conquest of glory, but a battle of will. A French fleet held fast and holds true to us still. The Chesapeake waters, where history resides, saw the turning of fortune on those powerful tides. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. Oh, Chesapeake tide, roll on and on, where the cannons roared loud before the dawn of a nation born free. Side by side on the Chesapeake tide, the Chesapeake tide. the steps of those who stood through dust and rain and brotherhood. The Liberty Bell's silent chime echoes down the railroad line, each mile a story carved in stone, a journey I have always known. On the road of freedom we ride the wind, through every state where hope began. From ocean shore to golden plains, this land of liberty remains. From sea to sea, flag unfurled, I carry the heart of this great world. On the road of freedom I walk with pride, with all the heroes who have died. In St. Louis the archway gleams, a gateway to a nation's dreams. Down by the Alamo's old wall, I hear the whispers of their call. Over the Rockies, through the plains, where settlers fought through sun and rains. At Ellis Island, tears were shed for the promise of a future ahead. On the road of freedom we ride the wind, through every state where hope began. From ocean shore to golden plains, this land of liberty remains. From sea to sea, flag unfurled, I carry the heart of this great world. On the road of freedom I walk with pride, with all the heroes who have died. Mount Rushmore watches from the sky, four faces, truth that never dies. At Independence Hall the bell still rings, for every voice that freedom brings. The dusty trails of pioneers, the battle cries through all the years. Each step I take on this old road is part of a sacred, endless code. Heartland fields of wheat, where ancestors had toiled with heat, I see the quilts of every race, threaded in this time and space. From Boston's cobblestone lanes to the Pacific's golden chains, one nation under sky so vast, the dream we share will always last. On the road of freedom we ride the wind, through every state where hope began. From ocean shore to golden plains, this land of liberty remains. From sea to sea, flag unfurled, I carry the heart of this great world. On the road of freedom I walk with pride, with all the heroes who have died. On the road of freedom we ride the wind, sun was high on Main Street. The flags were lined in rows. I held my breath and searched the crowd for the one I needed close. A little boy came tugging at the hem of my coat. He held a small flag up and said, "Ma'am, I think you need this most." He looked up with his eyes so wide. I knelt down to his height. I pointed to the soldiers marching, said, "That's my husband heading to the fight." Oh, the pride we carry heavy, and the hope we hold so tight, the fear that sleeps beside us when they march away at night. We stand here on the sidewalk, our heroes passing by, and it's the love of country and the love for them that makes us cry on this parade day. He said, "My daddy's over there, somewhere across the sea. He's been gone since last September, and he's still not home to me." I felt my heart split open for the boy and for the man. I wrapped my arm around his shoulder, tried to understand. We watched the boots go steadily, we watched the colors wave to strangers bound by waiting for the ones they couldn't save. Oh, the pride we carry heavy, and the hope we hold so tight, the fear that sleeps beside us when they march away at night. We stand here on the sidewalk, our heroes passing by, and it's the love of country and the love for them that makes us cry on this parade day. He whispered, "Do you think he'll come back home?" I said, "I pray to God he will." And in that moment, all the fears we kept so quiet stood still. We held that flag between us, red and white and blue, a promise and a question that the whole world's asking too. The band struck up America, the last line past the stand. I squeezed his hand and said, "Until they're home, we're in this land. We'll keep the porch light burning, we'll teach our kids to pray, and we'll stand together, strong and proud on every parade day." Oh, the pride we carry heavy, and the hope we hold so tight, the fear that sleeps beside us when they march away at night. We stand here on the sidewalk, our heroes passing by, and it's the love of country and the love for them that makes us cry on this parade day. And the hope we hold so tight, the fear that sleeps beside us when they march away at night. We stand here on the sidewalk, our heroes passing by, and it's the love of country and the love for them that makes us cry on this parade day. a land of silver steel, stitched with threads of morning light that only hope can feel. She caught the wind in 1812 across the harbor spray, and she has never dipped her head to any tyrant's sway. So raise her high, our old glory, let the crimson stripes be seen, let the stars burn bright for freedom on a field of azure clean. Through the thunder and the sorrow, through the peace we hold so dear, she is the song the heart remembers. When the trumpets disappear, a child stood on a dusty road and held a paper flag. Her grandpa carried the faded blue inside a faded bag. He told her of the fields of France and hills of foreign mud, and how that cloth can make a country from a brother's blood. So raise her high, our old glory, let the crimson stripes be seen, let the stars burn bright for freedom on a field of azure clean. Through the thunder and the sorrow, through the peace we hold so dear, she is the song the heart remembers. When the trumpets disappear, she is not a king nor a treaty, she is not a stone wall, she is every hand that lifts her when she starts to fall. From the silence of the factory to the fury of the fight, she is the promise of the morning after darkest And when my hands grow tired and my eyes no longer see, I hope they fold her gently and they lay her over me. Not for glory of the battle, not for power or for fame, but because she stands for mercy, and she whispered me my name. So raise her high, our old glory, let the crimson stripes be the heart remembers when the trumpets disappear.
Of a distant promise, sometimes faded, sometimes shine. We've got our chapters stained with sorrow, battles fought on hallowed ground, where the cost of precious freedom in the silence can be found. But through the dust and through the struggle, through the moments we fall short, there's a spirit that keeps burning, a resilient, hopeful fire. Oh, America, you're not perfect, that much is true, but you're the best dream I've ever known. Tried and tested, tried anew, from sea to shining sea, this messy, vibrant, hopeful place. You're the land I still believe in, with its ever-changing face. We argue loud across the table, voices raised in fierce debate. Sometimes it feels the fabric's tearing, burdened by the weight of hate. We stumble through the dark together, searching for a common light, hoping that the ties that bind us prove enduring, strong and bright. For in the clash of different visions, in the right to disagree, lies the strength we sometimes question, born of restless liberty. Oh, America, you're not perfect, that much is true, but you're the best dream I've ever known. Tried and tested, tried anew, from sea to shining sea, this messy, vibrant, hopeful place. You're the land I still believe in, with its ever-changing face. It's not a castle built on clouds, no flawless gilded dome. It's work boots on the ground each day, building this place we call home. A constant work in progress, reaching for a better way, learning from the stumbles, facing down the break of day. Oh, America, you're not perfect, that much is true, but you're the best dream I've ever known. Tried and tested, tried anew, from sea to shining sea, this messy, vibrant, hopeful place. You're the land I still believe in, with its ever-changing face. Oh, America, you're not perfect, that much is true, but you're the best dream I've ever known. Tried and tested, tried anew, from sea to shining sea, this messy vibe.
flesh. No Wonder Woman comes when it's all going to ash. No Batman answers the cry in the night. Just flesh and blood beneath the sky. They leave behind the ones they love with no promise they'll return, to stand between the fire and the peace we didn't earn. No waving cape or magic ring, just a uniform that's worn, and a heart that beats for every child yet to be born. These are the real heroes, the ones who answer when we call. They don't fly through the air, they just stand and give their all. With muddy boots and silent prayers, they hold the line for me and you. The real heroes never wear a cape, they wear a uniform of truth. So let the trumpets sound their honor, let the grateful nation see. The greatest power is the courage to be simply who they need to be. She walks the dusty road at dawn, where shadows never fade. He carries memories like stones that time cannot persuade. No comic book redemption, no superhuman might, just a steady hand and a steady heart that holds the darkest night. They stand beside each other in the trenches that they know, brothers tied by sacrifice, sisters in the snow. And when the battle's over and the silence starts to breathe, they carry home the weight of all the things they won't believe. These are the real heroes, the ones who answer when we call. They don't fly through the air, they just stand and give their all. With muddy boots and silent prayers, they hold the line for me and you. The real heroes never wear a cape, they wear a uniform of truth. So let the trumpets sound their honor, let the grateful nation see. The greatest power is the courage to be simply who they need to be. They're not the ones in stories where the ending's always bright. They're the ones who face the darkness and still choose to be the light. With every step that's taken on a distant barren land, they write a name in history with a shaking but steadfast hand. And when they come back home again, they might not speak the pain, but they've earned the quiet title that no fiction can explain. So when you think of heroes, don't look to the silver screen, look to the ones who gave their youth, look to the ones who've been from the fields of long ago to the battles of today. They carry freedom's torch and they light the narrow way. No super strength, no laser gaze, no shield that cannot break, just a promise made in training and a love they won't forsake. They're the mothers and the fathers and the children we don't know, and every single one of them deserves the thanks we owe. These are the real heroes, the ones who answer when we call. They don't fly through the air, they just stand and they hold the line for me and you.
The real heroes never wear a cape, they wear a uniform of truth.
So let the trumpets sound their honor,
Let the grateful nation see.
the greatest power is the courage to be
Simply who they need to be.
Rows of white, a silent sea, each one marks a memory, a name engraved, a life laid down.
For the freedom of a town, 1,000 more, 1,000,000 strong. The price was paid, the battle long. They stood their ground, they held the line.
Their sacrifice, a sacred sign. We count the cost in stone and bone, the debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches, row on row, the debt we owe, the debt we owe. A mother's tears, a father's pride, a child who never saw their eyes, the letters home, the final breath.
A nation's peace, a soldier's death.
From field and sea, from sky and sand,
They gave their all to save this land.
we walk their paths, we breathe their air.
But do we know the weight they bear?
We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches,
Row on row, the debt we owe.
the debt we owe. More than 1,000,000 souls have gone,
To keep the light of morning on.
each name a promise, each grave a vow.
That freedom lives and stands here now.
But will we remember,
Will we learn?
or let their sacrifice return?
To dust and silence, cold and gray,
And waste the price they had to pay. We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
for liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches,
Row on row, the debt we owe. The debt we owe.
sun, a new name joins the endless rows, where only grateful silence knows. So let us pause and bow our head
For all the living and the dead,
and pay our due, not just in tears, but by the way we live our years. We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
for liberty is never free. It's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches row on row,
The debt we owe, the debt we owe.
we count the cost in stone and bone.
The debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free.
It's bought with blood for you and me. The marble watches row on row, the debt we owe,
The debt we owe.
the sun climbs high, flags waving in the breeze, beneath an open sky. But beneath the barbecue and the marching bands, there's a deeper meaning held in grateful hands. The price was paid by those who dared to stand, with a promise etched across this land. This is Independence Day, not just the sparklers and the parades. It's the courage to be free, the weight of liberty. Every soul that fought to say, we will not give the light away. This is what Independence Day really means today.
I think of a farmer leaving his plow, standing at a bridge with a vow somehow,
Of a seamstress sewing stars through the night, believing in a dawn that hadn't seen the light. Every voice that rose against the chain still echoes in the wind and rain. This is Independence Day, not just the sparklers and the parades. It's the courage to be free, the weight of liberty. Every soul that fought to say, we will not give the light away. This is what Independence Day really means today.
it's not a flag that waves without a cost.
It's every promise kept and every line not crossed.
It's the right to speak, the right to dream, the fragile thread in a roaring stream.
We hold it close, we pass it on,
So the morning never knows it's
This is Independence Day, not just the sparklers and the parades. It's the courage to be free, the weight of liberty. Every soul that fought to say, we will not give the light away. This is what Independence Day really means today.
So when the fireworks fade,
And the crowd goes home,
remember you're not standing here alone.
every step forward was carved in stone,
And the road ahead is still our own.
we are the keepers of the flame, calling out each other's name. This is Independence Day, not just the sparklers and the parades. It's the courage to be free, the weight of liberty. and a fragile dream, through revolution's fire and a founding creed. The rights of man wrote on a parchment page, a union born from hope through every age. 250 years we've stood the test, through storm and strife we've never second-guessed. One nation rising underneath the sun, our journey's only just begun. From wagon trails to rails, across the plains, through civil trials and the binding chains, we broke the bonds and built a broader way, and face each darker night to find the day. 250 years we've stood the test, through storm and strife we've never second-guessed. One nation rising underneath the sun, our journey's only just begun. Not perfect yet, but striving still to be a land of liberty for all the free. Each generation adds a new refrain and calls the promised future once again. We've stood the test, through storm and strife we've never second-guessed. One nation rising underneath the sun, our journey's only just begun. So lift a voice and let the bell ring clear. The next 250 years are ours to steer, from mountain high to ocean's endless blue. We'll build a more perfect union true. 250 years we've stood the test, through storm and strife we've never second
silent sea. Each one marks a memory, a name engraved, a life laid down.
For the freedom of a town, 1,000 more, 1,000,000 strong. The price was paid, the battle long. They stood their ground, they held the line.
Their sacrifice, a sacred sign. We count the cost in stone and bone, the debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches, row on row, the debt we owe, the debt we owe. A mother's tears, a father's pride, a child who never saw their eyes, the letters home, the final breath,
A nation's peace, a soldier's death.
from field and sea, from sky and sand.
They gave their all to save this land.
We walk their paths, we breathe their air.
But do we know the weight they bear?
We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches,
Row on row, the debt we owe.
the debt we owe. More than 1,000,000 souls have gone,
To keep the light of morning on.
each name a promise, each grave a vow.
That freedom lives and stands here now.
But will we remember,
Will we learn?
or let their sacrifice return?
To dust and silence, cold and gray,
And waste the price they had to pay. We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
for liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches,
Row on row, the debt we owe, the debt we The cost is tallied, never done. With every setting of the sun, a new name joins the endless rows.
where only grateful silence knows.
So let us pause
And bow our head
for all the living and the dead.
and pay our due, not just in tears, but by the way we live our years. We count the cost in stone and bone, a debt we never can atone.
For liberty is never free, it's bought with blood for you and me.
The marble watches,
Row on row, the debt we owe.
that we